Yeah. Welcome back. Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Welcome back to the radio show.
Dan just had to
I just argue with Don about the interns.
sitting here and watch an argument.
I love it. It reminds me of my childhood.
That's what I figured. That's exactly what I figured.
It wasn't even that nasty an argument.
No.
It wasn't a yelling or screaming match.
No.
But it was just never anybody's fault. Never.
Yeah.
I guess interns were supposed to snap and they just show up.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That E-Rock, you do your job well. I'll say that about E-Rock.
But here's the thing, and this maybe we'll address it, because when we'll just have to address it. When I was like negotiating, I was like, look, if you want me to take on responsibilities of an executive producer, which you all know I can do, I would. There's finances involved, right?
Of course.
And they were like, we would just want you to be a host. And I said, great. Then that's exactly what we'll do. But there's nobody that's, we have excellent people on our staff, but nobody's empowered to do anything.
Right.
So it's like, you can't blame people that aren't empowered to do anything.
So you're saying that when you were negotiating and you were like, I need the power in order to do stuff like get you.
But I'm not going to just.
But yeah, I want to be compensated.
But I also said I don't necessarily want to. I'm saying if that's what you expect from me, that needs to be made clear. And they said we don't want that, and I said great. Because I don't want that. I don't want to do that.
I want to be on air and not have to executive produce as well.
Right. And I think that's what you would want from me too.
Of course, yeah.
But a lot of the times when companies say that, and like people higher ups are saying that, like, no, we don't need you to do that. Do you think they just assume you are going to do it because it goes back to your old nature?
I don't know.
Because you were one of the best producers in the game, bro.
That's true, but it's like, you're right. But
I'm trying to pick up the room with the positivity.
I'm not even feeling that bad. I'm just mildly annoyed at that.
I just think we need to either empower somebody fully across the company, which I don't know if it's possible because people around here have biases for things that happened a long, long time ago, or find somebody additional that can be empowered. That can take charge solely for the show. And I think that, once that happens, I would think that a lot of things would be cleared up. There seems to be a gap of communication between, like, our guys and then stuff that actually gets done,
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, a producer would be...
That might be just what we need. And if they're not going to... And I'd be all for just empowering one of the guys we already have.
I agree.
But if that's not something that people want to do because it won't work, because this department or that department or somebody's holding a grudge or whatever it is, that's fine.
Right.
Then we just need to bring on, not replace, but bring on an additional.
Yeah. Because he's saying that it wasn't his fault. And I'm like, well, you're the channel boss. Who it's not me. Mm-hmm. I've never done that before.
Right. And
you're the guy that runs the channel.
Right.
Right. I don't know why we have a guy who's helping us run our channel. I don't know. You let me run the channel. I mean, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Just a dope who shows up and fucking tells dick jokes.
That's it.
And good, though. I have to stick up for myself.
Sometimes.
I mean, enough to get your doctorate.
That's right.
You are a laugh doctor.
The laugh doctor.
Oh, come on, guys. For real, Dan. Come on.
And I'm a professor of chuckles, and I mean it. You are a doctor of laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun fucking thank God for smartphones argument because I just stayed in my phone.
Staring at it?
I just stared at my phone. I'm like,
it didn't get.
I guess I'll check notifications.
It didn't get
Twitter.
nasty. It wasn't like fuck you. It was just annoying. It's just annoying, and I don't even know why I give a fuck. Like I'm making more money now than I've ever made.
Yeah.
Why do I give a fuck?
Sam's I'm
but I really mean that.
To do this show.
You're making more what?
Meaning I gotta I don't.
How did you?
They're paying me.
Yeah.
So it's like
they are.
Yeah.
What?
Like, what's the use? Why even give a fuck? We're not asking for more money. We're just trying to get certain things straightened out to make the show run better.
That's it. It's not. Yeah. That's.
Believe me, we're not saying we want Howard's spot. We just literally, we're not jealous of Howard. We're not, running around crying about Stern.
It just. It just appears excruciating to get sometimes the simplest of answers, and it would appear it's because there's not something put in place to get the answers.
And there's
Well, I think.
And when you ask for something in October, and then he comes in and says, you just mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, I don't know how to remedy that.
Yeah, why would we mention Halloween treats a couple weeks ago? That was an October conversation. We wanted candy corn in the studio.
I love candy corn.
I don't like candy corn.
Well, fuck you, Jim.
No, I don't.
Hey.
Fuck
Let's
you.
get into it.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? Guess you just went to the other side of the argument because you should have said something in October.
Call up with your favorite Halloween candy. What did you get?
What'd you get?
We're going to do a Halloween candy tasting in studio.
Oh.
That'll be great for the listeners.
It's our new February bit. What'd you get on Halloween?
That's right. Candy corns or little, what do they call the little dots that you scrape off the paper? I don't know.
Little candy buttons.
Candy buttons. You call in with your favorite memory.
It's a controversial pick, but I don't mind a little tower of Smarties.
Your guys' argument reminded me exactly of like how one of my mom and her one of my moms. I'm a 2-mom guy. No, one of my moms.
Aw, Heather.
They used to scissor all the time on this couch. And, it was real hard to walk in on. But my mom and her boyfriend one time were getting into a fight, and I was like, I just started smoking pot. I was like 14, and I just thought I was like really funny, and I was like, you guys should kiss. And her boyfriend fucking lost it. He was like, what the fuck did you just say? And I was like, I was just high. I was like, you guys should kiss. I just kept laughing. It was one of those things where you're laughing, and the more you laugh, the angrier the person gets. And I took so much joy in pissing off this specific asshole that was just like, my mom started laughing because she could see that I was like,
satisfying.
Because he was like punching shit, and he's like, what the fuck does that mean? Why is he laughing like that? And then my mom just looked at me and started laughing because I was like, this guy's a psycho. And then,
That's so funny.
that was it. And then they broke up a year later.
Did he ever hit you?
Came close one time, but then I like told him to do it, and it got weird.
Did he ever kiss you?
I wish.
You should kiss me.
Dude's body was legit.
Why'd you tell him to hit you?
We were yelling. He was yelling at me, and I was 13, and I think I was failing 8th grade. And he's like, you want to fail 8th grade? Because if you did that, I'd kick the shit out of me. I was like, they kicked the shit out of me. And he's like, if your mom wasn't here, I would. And then I was like, I fucking hate you. And then I walked out.
Did you guys ever see each other again and make up?
Nah, he moved out. It was so weird, man, because I fucking hated that boyfriend that my mom had from when I was 13 to 16. And then he moved out the day my sister got killed. So it was like a weird,
When did your sister get killed?
when I was 16.
What happened?
She died in a car accident. And,
Did I know that? I don't know if I ever
think
knew that.
briefly talked about it. Maybe.
Did you know that, Sam?
I don't remember
think I ever
hearing
knew
about
that.
Yeah. So it was like a weird thing where I was finding out my sister was dead, and the guy I hated was moving out. So you're kind of like
Mixed emotions?
yeah, he was. I mean, I'm not joking when I say he was taking boxes out of the house. My mom's like, "Sit down, I got to talk to you." And I'm like, "Joe's gone, right? Huh?
Yeah.
Fucking peace, dickwad." And then she's like, your sister dead."
How old were you and how old was she?
She was 12 years older. She's my half sister. She's my dad's first.
Now, were you close to her?
Yeah, very close.
Wow. Was it her fault or what happened?
She was driving in Los Angeles on Interstate 10 and was on an exit ramp, and then there was road rage on the highway, and a guy forced a guy off into the on-ramp, and he rear-ended her, and she had a 2-seat Toyota truck, and her seat went back into the window, and the head trauma killed her immediately.
Oh,
instantly.
wow.
Yeah, so it was like a...
damn.
What happened to the guy who did it? Did he get in trouble?
I don't know. I don't really know. That kind of fucking threw me in for a spiral for a little bit.
You
so
were
I didn't
16,
really-
she was 28?
Yeah, she's 28.
Okay, so I guess what?
12 years.
20, no, I'm saying that's 20 years ago.
She died in 99, October 29th, 1999.
And you have other siblings?
No.
That was your only sister.
Yeah. She was my half sister, and I was like, I'm an only child, but my dad and her didn't have a relationship because my dad left her when she was like 4 or whatever. But my mom somehow became friends with her mom. This is before Facebook and shit. And my mom's like, hey, she should be a part of his life, and her mom agreed. So she would fly out like twice a year and spend like a couple weeks at our house.
Oh, so you would talk to her.
Yeah,
sometimes.
and then I'd go out to LA and stay with her. I'd stay at her apartment in it was Riverside.
Did she ever see you do stand up, or you hadn't started yet?
No. I was 16.
Sorry,
Yeah.
right, you're 1999.
She saw me drive a car. That was pretty badass.
That's cool. You got your learner's permit?
I had my license.
Oh, that's
When
sick.
you're 16?
Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
Is that possible?
Yeah, Colorado, mountain law.
Depending on the state.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what
You
it
could
is.
drive with a parent in the car when you're 15 and a half in Colorado, or you used to be. I think they changed it to now.
I don't know what it is in Jersey. I don't remember. I never drove with a parent in the car. I just got it when I was 19. I would miss college one day.
Yeah, he just wouldn't.
I was taking the bus to college, community college, and I missed it one day. And I'm like, I got to get a license. So I made myself get a license.
Yeah.
There was nothing that I wanted more than a license than when I was fucking 14. Just probably because of that boyfriend, because I was like, I just want to get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
He always used to talk about.
You'll show him.
Yeah. Oh, God, that fucking douche.
How old do you have to be to drive with a prostitute in the car?
Well, you'd be surprised when you're 20.
20 is the
How
age.
well they respond. I say 20 years old.
I mean, I've seen older pictures of you, and you looked young.
Yeah.
So.
Well, go to my Twitter page. This is my first piece of press as a comedian.
So when you were that young, when you would get a hooker, would they be like, "Come on, baby, you're"?
No, they'd suck my dick and go, "Where's the money?"
Oh, look how little you are.
Look at him.
Little
He's
Yimmy.
all cute and yeah. See, this is the face. That face.
Was that Stress Factory? What picture was that taken? Was that Rascals?
No, that was taken at my friend's, my buddy Kenny Hines. His brother's name is Ron, and he wrote for a local paper.
Okay, that looks like a comedy club. Like
No. But that was, I want to say, that was like, whatever, 1990. That was the November of 1990.
Okay.
I think I was in the business like 6 months. I saw how I like to make fun of games. That was terrible.
But that cutesy pie face and a mind as traumatized as you are, you mean to tell me that you really don't think you were molested?
No.
You were.
I don't think I was.
You don't think it was complete? And have you gone to therapy and tried to unlock that?
Yeah, I don't think I was.
What if if that memory unlocked though, Jim? If that memory unlocked, would you be like, it all makes sense?
I don't know how.
Just a clammy hand.
Yeah.
Just on your junk.
Over my boyish mouth.
Your tiny little boy kisses won't get you out of this muzzle.
Oh yeah, my first headshot. Do you like that in Woodbridge, New Jersey?
I just like.
I like the lean in.
Yeah, you got a confidence about you. You know, a smirk.
It's kind of a smirk, like, hey, I know what's in store for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, you may not come prepared to laugh, but you will.
Yeah.
Oh, you will.
I got what you need here.
Oh yeah.
You look like a doctor taking like you're finding out the symptoms.
That's right.
What ails you?
What's going on? Depression, sadness,
boredom, seriousness.
I got what you need.
I think I've found the cure.
Who's your first headshot? I want to see Dan's first headshot.
I have. It's you can Google it. It was pretty late in my career, and it's all eyebrow. I'm like trying to do a rock thing, and comedy clubs still sometimes use it. No. It's not up there. It's fucking bad. It's one of those things where if a comedy club still uses it, I legitimately, as I'm walking up, I get angry. Where I'm like,
How many have you had?
Oh, there it is. Seen the Queens of the Stone Age shirt right there, third row, all the way to the right.
Oh yeah.
No, down. Yeah, above it. You were just there.
Doing the rock people's eyebrows.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
It's like the Belushi. Oh boy, funny, clever thing coming.
Oh,
yeah,
that's awful.
I get legitimately angry when I see like there's.
You should. I'm angry looking at it.
There's a comedy club used it like 6 months ago. It's the only time I've talked to the manager. Like, hey, where'd you get that headshot? Why were you using that? And they're like, oh, that's what they sent.
Go back to Dan.
They sent you. They sent that.
No, they didn't. My fucking manager. I'd fire my manager for sending that.
Because the eyebrows up. Like, come on, you guys don't know what's coming.
It's like, yeah, I know. You might be looking at me going like, what's he thinking with these mutton chops? But I know.
Look at those sideburns.
Yeah.
I look like a dead world. I look like a dead Civil War soldier.
Yeah.
What's this guy thinking?
I shall fight for the Confederacy.
He's got this facial expression as if to say, yeah, I don't think about the issues in the typical way.
Wait till you see my angle on this topic.
Yeah, let's just put it this way. I got a bit of an interesting take to give to you.
Yeah, wait till you hear what I'm serving.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. You can't escape old headshots.
No, you cannot. There's nothing. And they feel so cool in the moment. You feel so right in the moment.
Here's the thing.
I got a headshot.
The photographer that did it was like this awesome guy that I'm friends with. He's an amazing photographer, and that's the one that I picked, which means I'm an asshole.
True.
Well, you made the face.
Yeah, fuck.
Old headshots, yeah.
Oof.
I signed it too. Mine signed.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Well, I mean, that was just, I guess, the picture that's online.
Yeah.
I have them unsigned.
Do you still have them? Do you still have like glosses?
I found a few from 1997 or 98 at Barry Katz Management. They weren't that bad, though. But the ones after that were... I've had a couple of bad ones. I've had a couple of Lulus.
Jim is like understated, like, no. Trust me. you'll laugh.
Yeah.
And Dan is like,
Why didn't you laugh?
I know based on the left side of my face that you thought I was angry, but check out the right side of my face.
But go left, read left to right.
Yeah. The duality is the fun part.
Angry, I'm a happy clown and a sad clown.
And right in between those eyebrows, what a great place for a fist.
Yeah.
That's a perfect target for a nice old fist right in the fucking eyebrow ridge.
Or a good elbow.
I wish my mom's boyfriend would have hit me after watching that. After looking at his pictures.
A truck.
He was a swimmer. That's why he never hit me.
Why?
I don't know. He was like I always
He would break his hand?
I called him a pussy swimmer one time. So when I was like 15, because when I was 15, I started getting big. Like I started growing, and then I just started fucking mouthing off to this dude, like, "What's up?" And then when I was 16, I got really big, and that's when he moved out. And I was like, "Damn it!"
Never have I seen a more on purpose, I don't give a fuck face than your photo.
Oh, that's a real 2007. Fucking, that's 10 years ago.
Yeah, like I don't care about much, but really you're just excited to have your photo taken.
They're not putting the name.
Adrian, you gonna put him on hold? It's not him? Something else.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's getting to the bottom of it. It wasn't
Oh, okay,
Oh,
sorry.
in 2 minutes, just a heads up. 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We thought it was our guest, but it was
Was he on a radio tour? Oh, he's got to finish up with his last one.
He's taking a shit. Bill Burr is shitting.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, give me
Bill is taking a shit right now.
Give me 1 second."
Yeah. Dan is like, I don't know. Usually I don't wait for many people. My eyebrows up in the air.
Oh, no. Oh, this means I have to shit right now.
Did I hear something I can make fun of? I can't do the eyebrow thing.
I hate that I did it.
But it sounds like that, like the eyes popping up like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did someone bring up a serious subject?
Caught it.
Maybe I have a take on it.
Do you guys see the humor in this?
That's a bad headshot.
Yeah, it's a really bad one.
That's a bad headshot.
Yeah, and I used it way too long.
Did you really?
Yeah.
More than a year?
Yeah, like up until 2010.
That was recent.
What year did you get that?
I used it for 3 years. I wasn't headlining, Jim.
Your first headshot was in 2007?
It was, yeah, because I just didn't have it. I didn't need to. I was like, I started comedy in 2004.
So that was the headshot that you got but never really gave to anybody. You were just like, you got to have headshots.
People have, yeah. It was to the point where people were like, I was opening, I think, for Bobby, and he was like, "You need a fucking headshot, dude.
Dude, you got to get a headshot, dude."
Yeah, and the other people I was opening for at the time were like, "Get a fucking headshot," and I was like, "All right." And I did my buddy Jesse, who was a photographer, I was like, "Let's do headshots," and he's like, "You can pick them," and there was all these normal ones, and I was like, "Let's do the eyebrow one." And then my best friend that I grew up with was like, "Why the fuck did you pick that? That's dumb."
Because it reminds people, I'm a comedian.
Oh.
I'm not just an average guy. I'm a comedian with a fun take on things.
Hilarious headshot.
Yeah.
I'd much rather trade headshots with Jim.
Mine's awful too. I have a fat little meathead. Mine is yours. At least looks like a man. I look like a chubby boy.
You have nothing to be confident about in that photo of confidence.
I don't.
You do look like you were cut from boot camp.
Yeah, a little t-shirt smile. Yeah, I got something, but you can see like I'm kind of hunched forward.
And really Dan's like, I want people to know based on the photo that it's going to be a funny show.
Yeah.
And it might rattle your cage. It never will because I'm not that type of comic, but it will.
Yeah. Let's just put it this way. Left of center is an understatement.
Oh, I can't hate that.
No, it's pretty good.
It's not.
You don't think so?
Oh, no, it's not good.
No, especially because and then probably I think my least favorite part is that little hint of right sideburn.
Yeah, that is fucking
that little
horrid.
hair patch.
Yeah.
That's sticking out there because that's when you really realize, like, oh my God, his sideburns went down past his ears.
It stinks.
Like, what do you think you're fucking Luke Perry on 90210?
Hold on, I gotta go to the phones.
My cousin calls me retarded Luke Perry. I'm not joking.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Bill. How are you? It's Jim and Dan Sodar and Sam.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy. I'm actually hitting the buttons today.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, I'm the designated button pusher. It's going well. What's up, buddy?
Nothing, man. I'm whoring myself out to promote a new special. That's what I'm doing.
When are you airing? When does it come on? I knew you shot one, but I didn't know it was airing yet.
It came out yesterday on Netflix.
Oh, congratulations. What's it called?
called Walk Your Way Out.
That's great, dude. Hey, and by the way, it's unfortunate that you shot it because you just had a baby, so I'm sure you're already gearing up with material.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the balance of that because I don't want to be the guy who just talks about, and then my kid said this, and I was like, what? I don't want to be the strictly dad comedian, but I've seen guys like, Rogan and Chappelle and them, they have kids and they still talk about all their crazy stuff and then they'll touch on stuff about their kids. I'd like to do it more that way because it really becomes an isolating thing for, I think, crowd members if they don't have kids, or even if they have kids and they just want to get away from their kids, they want to listen to more shit about their kids. So,
did your kid come on time, like with the due date?
No, it was a couple weeks late.
Oh, it's a couple weeks.
10 days late. Yeah, but the thing about it is when they pick the date, they're just guessing. I mean, they don't know when you banged and actually, this is the official date. It's like a point spread for a football game. Like, the Patriots by 3.
But do they set it like the way Vegas makes odds, or is it like a shitty like Rhode Island casino where you're like, oh, this is going to be way off?
They're pretty good about it. They're kind of like De Niro in Casino. I got to give it up. My wife was definitely she was definitely late. But, man, it's a hell of an experience. I'll tell you that when when they going in there. Like, I swear to God, I was joking on Kimmel that when I dropped my wife off at the emergency room, she goes, all right, you got to park down there. And as I drove down to go park the car, there was this voice in my head that just said, what if I just drove away?
You leave to go get cigarettes before you can even tell them you're going to get cigarettes.
But if I just drove into the woods and just became a mountain man, like there's literally no way to prepare. And if you're any sort of if you have even an ounce of humility in yourself, you're not going to feel like you're ready for it on any level. And it was, but then you have your kid and you just settle into the thing.
We're trying to the babies, mine and Jess's baby's due in like a week or so, but I have to travel like really close to around the due date for a day. So we're trying to figure out how to rush it along. And we were at the doctor's yesterday, and the doctor, I had no idea this was even a thing, but the doctor suggested nipple stimulation. They were like, if you stimulate the woman's nipples, it releases some kind of chemical or hormone, and the baby comes out quicker if you stimulate nipples.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, this is what I've learned going through this is that everybody has a theory. It's I would listen to it, but I'm sure you've noticed this, Sam. It's this people who have kids, they're not sane. Most of them are not sane, and after a while, you just got to kind of not make eye contact, kind of be looking forward and just sort of nodding as if you're engaging in active. I just tune them out. Yeah. I've literally told people about how crazy parents are, and they go, yeah, I know, right? And then they literally do what I say that other people do. And I'm like, you're doing it right now. Like, they bring an unbelievable level of anxiety. Like, you're having a kid, oh, watch out, everything's going to change. And they have this ominous tone. It's like, isn't it a good thing? Don't you you sound like you resent your child. Like, I think a lot of people, they resent their kids.
Or like somebody thinks they're breaking ground. They go like, well, hope you're getting your sleep now. Because, oh, really, do babies cry at night? I don't think that's ever been pointed out.
I know. I hate when they go, hey, get some sleep. Like, you can, stop.
Yeah, it's not rollover minutes.
The first night you only get 3 hours sleep, you're screwed. You're done. You're going to be tired. I can tell you right now, the other night, I was so tired. My wife was going to get the pacifier, and I was just starting, and she was talking to me, bring the pacifier over, and I was so sleep deprived, I just walked towards the noise, and I literally started to put the pacifier in her mouth. and she laughed, thought I was making a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't put it in her mouth. I just was going towards her mouth, but she thought I was joking, and then she realized I wasn't. She was just like, wow. It's just like, yeah, so... you know what you can do, because you're going to feel useless because, they're breastfeeding, they're doing everything. I just change every diaper I can. Anytime the baby starts to cry, I just sit up like the Manchurian Candidate. Take her in, change her and hand her off to her. And my wife told me, she said, it's been a godsend that you're so engaged. And all I'm doing is changing the diapers. She's doing 90% of it, man.
Were you in the delivery room?
What's that?
Were you in the delivery room? Did you watch?
Yeah, I was. But I mean, I stayed north of the curtain, which I definitely recommend.
North of the curtain.
Yeah, that's what people have said.
Oh, really? They say stay.
Yeah, but I didn't break down and cry and all this stuff that people said you were going to do. And I really thought there was something wrong with me, because at one point they're going to leave you alone with your kid as they go back to your wife for the first time. And I was waiting for all this cliched things to happen, and when it didn't happen, I literally put my head down in the bassinet, and I was thinking, like, oh my God, I'm a serial killer. What's wrong with me? And what I realized was I was trying to live other people's experience. So it wasn't until I sort of relaxed, like 12 hours later, it hit me. I was just like, wow, I really get. But I never became this blubbering idiot, which I think a lot of that's exaggerated, to be honest with you. Or maybe I'm just saying that to make myself feel better.
So you think they dress it up like when they do a biography and they make everything more dramatic, that it's all just in hindsight?
That's exactly what I think. I think parents actually compete with their stories to talk about how changed, like everything just changed. Like, I don't even look at a chair the same way.
I can't listen to Harry Chapin anymore.
Yeah, it's so overly done. It's like, no, I got a kid, I got responsibility, and I'm gonna crush this thing, and I'm gonna screw up, and but I will. Someday when my kid comes to me and says, hey, my 6th birthday, you said blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing, and this really hurt me, I'd be like, you know what, I'm sorry I did that. And I'm actually going to give her, like, closure on it, as opposed to, like, my generation, where it's just like, you're going to carry that crap for the rest of your life.
Do you think of stuff from when you were a kid and go, like, I'm not going to do that to my daughter or my son? Do you think, like, I'm not going to do that?
Yeah, I've already done that. Like, I definitely, there was a lot of name calling when I was growing up, so I just sort of made a rule in my head a long time. I've never called a woman a bitch that I've dated, ever. I've never done any of that name calling.
Wow.
I didn't like it. I saw what it did. One time in 14 years with my wife, I said, you're being a bitch. And she knew how important it was to me to never repeat that mistake, and she rubbed that in for like a year and a half. Until I finally I just called around and I go, you know what, there's a certain level of like joy and a sense of accomplishment that you feel that you finally got me to say that. And I think it's disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah. No, she laughed and then we sort of had it out and she never brought it up again. My wife's a saint, but they all got that thing where they like, they're nuts. You know what it is about women is because, generally speaking, unless you're dating like an MMA fighter, like women can't beat the shit out of you. So they are so good at just like controlling you, like just with little manipulation things. So, but if you have something when you're really strong, like they look at that the way Tom Brady looks at like a nickel defense. I gotta beat this.
Yeah, I gotta find a way through this. They're emotional bullies. Yeah. They like emotionally bully you.
I mean, if you're with a psycho, they'll bully you. But like, I just think it's more of a survival thing, where it's like they need to have control in that area. Where if they're with a guy who's physically stronger than them and mentally stronger than them, that's game, set, match. They're not going to get anything. So I think that
right.
Guys, I think we're easy marks. We're all, well, I can pick up heavy stuff. I mean, that's what we're bringing to a debate, and that's why we lose so much.
I'm amazed you never called a girl like I've done nothing but name calling, and it does get really ugly in a relationship. And you never like called a girl a cunt or said fuck, like you purposely avoided it.
Yeah, no, and it's because it just breeds this resentment. It's not a. It hurts them in a way that like it wouldn't really hurt a guy because they're more in touch with their feelings. You really hurt them. So I saw that, and I didn't want to repeat that. And I find I got way more mileage out of saying things like, like whatever the hell I just said about, and you're using that right now, and you feel a sense of triumph. You go like that, and, as long as you come at them like an adult, and if you admit when you're wrong, when you are wrong, and you apologize, it gives you so much credibility when you're actually calling them out on stuff. If every time they come at you, you start frothing at the mouth, then you just become an asshole.
Right.
But like, if when you're wrong, you be like, you know what, you're right, I shouldn't have done that, and you actually try and work on it, it gives you credibility that you're trying. And then, because the thing is once they look at you like you're going to mad dog them every time, like once a woman just like crusts over, you're done. The relationship's over, and then it's just going to go down that road that we've all been on as comedians. We've all been on that road, and it's And I figured by the 20th time down that road, I didn't want to go down.
You learn your lesson.
And it never goes away either. Like the name calling, they will remember that forever. And
Do you name call?
No. Because it will come up again and again and again. And the further removed you are from when you first did it, the less that the anger that you felt even exists. Because you don't even remember why you were angry. You don't remember, and you just sound like an asshole. Because she will bring it up again. Well, you call me a bitch. Well, you call me this. Well, you call me this.
I told my ex to shut up a couple times while we were arguing. I was like, shut up. And that was like her thing where she was like, don't ever fucking tell me to shut up. And I was like, we were in a fight and I was just like, shut up. You're not making a good point. And then it was like a real big problem.
Have you ever called a girl a bitch or a cunt?
Not a cunt, but I think I've called a girl a bitch before.
All right, the three of you agree I'm wrong. I'll say I've been wrong. I can't believe that. I thought everybody did that.
You can be a rageful guy.
Yeah, I thought everyone did that.
Tim, you do it in the car.
You pretend she's sitting next to you.
Oh, yeah, a good shower fight where you're like, you fucking bitch, just screaming it in the shower.
So
in the shower, there's an echo, so they're going to hear it.
Yeah, but it's reverb, and it sounds more like a guitar trick.
All right, yeah. I'm a big letting it out in the car by myself, and then looking over at somebody at a red light, and they're just looking at me like I'm a lunatic.
When your face is not red anymore, it's starting to go back to normal color?
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm a psycho, so I got to watch out for things like that.
If you're in the middle of an argument, like say you and Nia are fighting, and then you leave the house, and then later or whatever, she goes, all right, look, I don't want to fight. Are you able to turn off being angry? Like, because I would always stay angry and wreck things. You're able to go like, all right, she said she was sorry, or she's done fighting. I can kind of move forward now.
I'm working on that, and that's something we had like a big fight about where I would just be like, well, look, just because you're saying you're sorry and you're done doesn't mean I'm not still angry. And I realized that part of me that was okay to say, but there was another part of me that, like, people I grew up with, we didn't let stuff go, and then we didn't apologize. You just sort of randomly started talking about sports or the weather. a few days later, so it was not a functional thing. So I have the problem of when we get into fights of digging in. But, like, right. The thing about my wife is I can't stay mad at her for too long a time. It's just after a while, it's just like, come on, you get over here, you kook. You know? I can't stay mad at her. So
yeah, like when I fight, like I just need to be, especially once we get to a place where it's just going in circles. Like if you just leave me alone for 25 minutes.
Yeah, it dissipates.
Yeah, I could just be fine. Like if you would just leave me alone for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it's all going to go away. But she'll never, like, she needs that sort of like, no, tell me it's okay. Be okay right now. Just say the words and make it okay and just make it stop.
Right.
And that's why it just goes forever.
Oh, I totally know that feeling. And I'm actually picturing you trying to walk away.
That's it.
Like, the more you walk away, the faster she's walking towards. Like you literally, you attract what you fear. That's the worst. I would just say, listen, can you just respect the fact that I need 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I promise you, I'm not going to go out the window and leave you forever. Just let me just go in the other room for 10 minutes so I can come back as an adult. Like, you literally have to, it's the worst.
Yeah.
You just can't be, like with guys, can you just fuck off for a few minutes, you fucking asshole? Like, you can't do that.
Sure.
You can't do it. You have to be mature.
Yeah, I admire your ability to do that, man.
Me annoyed.
No, I respect that. That's great. You can do it. So, and you probably think now that you have a baby, like, okay, I don't want to yell in front of the kid the way they yelled in front of me, or like you probably think like I don't want to do the same shit.
Ever. I don't, like, dude, I'm literally, like, I meditate. I'm actually going to go talk to a therapist, like, about, like, because right now, you know what the reality is I'm not even angry anymore. I just have to believe that I'm not angry. My problem is I don't have any middle ground emotions. I go from totally chilling out to what the fuck, you fucking cunt, in in 2 seconds. So I need other options.
Yeah, you can't just go 0 to 60 the entire time. Is not the way to go.
I got this new thing I do when I'm driving, where when somebody cuts me off or does an asshole move, I just think like, I've done that, or that's a nice move. I try to like applaud it.
You respect the game.
Oh, this guy, all right, he's busy.
That's very funny.
Never seen that one before. That's pretty interesting.
He's doing it. He's really doing it.
I just do this snarky kind of like thing where if I try to not be mad, I do a thing where I go, cool. Oh, that's so cool. But I'm still fucking furious. Cool.
Yeah, it's funny. Dan, I can still hear the rage in your voice when you say cool.
Cool. Oh, cool. I'm so happy for you. It's fucking coming, it's just seething under that.
That's a great way to do it. Praise the move.
Well, I made a prom. I'm trying to I don't ever want to yell in front of my kid. I was talking about that in Conan. Conan's like, "You're gonna yell." I'm like, "No, I'm not." He goes, "You gotta." Because I'm telling you, you're gonna. But like the thing is I don't like. I don't like.
Hey, Bill.
Pardon my interruption, fellas, but it's time to end the show. Hold on there, Jim and Sammy boy. You got to end the old radio program in just 60 seconds.
Sorry about that, Bill. That's real because the computer cuts us off, so that's our little warning. So
it's adorable.
The Netflix special.
warning.
Bill Burr. What's it called again, Bill?
Walk Your Way Out.
Walk Your Way Out. I saw the promo for it. I'm happy for you. It is on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
So go home and watch it and give it. I'm sure it's brilliant and give it a great review. And congratulations, man, to you and me on the baby. I'm really, really happy for you, dude.
Congratulations, dude.
All right. Thank you, buddy. All right, Sammy, Dan. Thanks, guys.
And,
we'll see you soon,
man.
Patrice benefit on
Oh, God, February 21st.
Yep.
Yes, the regular. Some of us are on. Leslie Jones is on. I'm on it.
I'm doing
Dan
it.
is on it.
Very excited.
I think Colin is on it. I'm not sure. Wait, is he not on it? I don't know if Colin's on it. He should be if he's not. Maybe he wasn't available this year. And they're going to cut us off. Do you have a plug?
I'm going to be at St. Louis Helium February 9th through the 11th.
Okay, and you just catch my UFC podcast, Sam?
Yeah, the wrestling podcast.
Yeah, and the Bonfire, Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yes.
6 to 8 p.m. on Comedy Central Radio.
I believe that's it. Thank you, guys.
This has been Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.